Are you ready?
Yes, I don't know, Zach. It's been 3 weeks since our last review. I've been proud of our consistency, and I feel like we've let our fans out. I'm starting to question whether it's even worth doing this.
Ed, this is our duty to the viewers of YouTube, all 37 followers.
But
we are the film idiots.
We will not go quietly into the night. We will not vanish without a fight.
USA.
We're going to live on.
USA.
We're going to survive. Today, we celebrate our Independence Day.
Independence Day Resurgence is directed by Roland Emmerich, and it stars Jeff Goldblum, Liam Hemsworth, Bill Pullman, Jesse Usher, and Micah Monroe.
This is the long-awaited sequel to the 1996 Independence Day. Here we see the humans advance in technology and take on a second wave of aliens.
So while the original Independence Day has never been considered a masterpiece, it's an extremely fun movie.
And it's very iconic.
Very iconic. We had a chance to see it on the big screen a few weeks ago, and I had a really great time overall. There were a few parts that I didn't particularly enjoy, but it holds up 20 years later, and I think, it's a very memorable movie for a good reason. So this one I was keenly anticipating. I was hoping that this could emulate the first one, and unfortunately...
It did. It did way too much. It was so similar, I reckon, to the first one.
But not in a good way, though.
Yeah.
So the original Independence Day is this kind of disaster film with a lot of heart, where this one, set 20 years after the original events, is more along the lines of a traditional science fiction action movie. When you watch the first one, it is silly, but you kind of along for the ride.
Yeah.
This one, it's so dumb and just so heavy-handed that you're kind of watching it and you just don't really know how to respond to it. I remember I just sitting in the theatre, I just didn't feel anything. You can call the original Independence Day a lot of things, but there are moments in that movie that get to you. When you hear the president's speech, when you see the destruction of the Empire State Building, the White House. This movie was just so bland, uninterested.
Full of CGI.
Yeah, way too much CGI. The first one has become famous for its use of practical effects,
Yeah, like the aliens in the first one, those all puppeteers.
Yeah.
And then we had these giant CGI ones that don't really resemble the original, and it just looks really out of place.
Yeah.
However, there were some scenes where, the mothership was entering Earth's atmosphere, and it just looked incredible.
Look, yeah,
it was probably the best CGI I've seen of a ship coming down to Earth.
There was certainly some good moments in this film, but it doesn't work because for all the things that the first one is, it has some really fantastic characters. Both Will Smith and Jeff Goldblum are fantastic in the first one. Unfortunately, you've only got Jeff Goldblum returning. Liam Hemsworth, who's kind of replacing Will Smith essentially, is fine, but he doesn't do anything particularly amazing.
Another issue we had with the film was the characters' relationships with each other.
Yeah, it kind of, every single character in this movie was related to each other, or has a previous relationship with each other, and it just kind of came dumb. The first one kind of worked so well because it felt like a group of different people coming together.
Yeah.
With a common goal of defeating these aliens.
And now we have the president's daughter is friends with this person who's
dating
this person,
who's the son of this person, whose mother is the friend of the president, who's now the president is now the daughter or the granddaughter of whatever.
It's like they kept together like a tiny group and never separated it apart at the end.
Yeah, it's just way too convoluted.
So as a sequel of the original 1996 film, you would expect it to be bigger in size and just everything, more explosions, more everything, and we did get that. However, it just was really
bigger isn't always better.
Yeah, we'll say that.
Unfortunately, this movie on several occasions replicates scenes almost exactly from the first movie, but really tries to add another layer of dynamism, and it just doesn't work. A lot of the original movie is just talking, cut to an action scene or a chase scene,
which worked well.
And this movie felt like action, cut to two random characters that we don't care about talking. I could kind of get behind the idea of this being more of an action heavy movie because 20 years later we do have the better technology to do that, but the human character is just completely wasted in this movie. There's a character in this movie played by Jesse Usher, who's Will Smith's son, and I can't tell you a single thing about his character.
I can't remember his name.
I can't remember his name. I don't. All you know about his character is that he's a fighter pilot in this new.
And he had a
new army.
break up, and he broke up with Liam Hemsworth.
No, well, they were good friends and they had a fight. But that's all you know about his character. You don't know a single thing about him. You don't know anything about his personality, other than the fact that he's Will Smith's son and that he is a fighter pilot.
So today we're seeing lots of prequels and sequels, and what Independence Day Resurgence has done is they have this character or secondary plot that they just threw directly at the audience, and it's really pushing for
It's really
more
tacked on.
movies.
It's really, really poorly handled. Without giving too much away, about maybe 2/3 into the movie, there's this character that's discovered, and it basically just
opens up
it's basically like
films.
it's basically like a key that just when they open it up, it reveals all the answers that they need to defeat the aliens, and it's just really poorly handled. And then towards the end of the movie, this same character sets up a third movie, but
perhaps even more. They've actually already started talking about the third film, which will be which is going to be based out in space somewhere.
But that even to me sounds like even a further departure of what made the first movie so popular. I don't think the first movie was so popular just because of the idea that there was aliens and that potentially they came from space. It was because it was this really grounded story in Earth. It was the people of Earth fighting against these aliens, and now it seems like we're going a complete departure of that. Okay, guys, thanks for watching today, and we appreciate your patience over the last few weeks of us not putting out a review. I know we have our 37 loyal subscribers out there. We're aching for a new video. What are we going to be reviewing next week, sir?
So next week we'll be reviewing Central Intelligence with Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart.
Yeah, it should be really good. The trailers for that look really promising, look really funny, and it should be great.
So before the Central Intelligence review comes out, I'll be posting a video on Supernova Pop Culture Convention. Just going around looking at the awesome cosplays that were happening, and hope you guys will enjoy it.
So guys, if you like this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next week.